All right, y'all. Look, first thing I recommend, right? Necessities, debt payments, investments, lifestyle. Get on a budget. The student loan situation at its genesis, as far as myself and most other people I know, all the pressure just to go to college, and then everybody's taking out student loans. No true education on it, right? But I don't think you should get a pass on it. I'm somebody that, math and numbers and finance and things like that don't scare me. I love working with that type of stuff. So, but even I didn't even do the research. So that's why I give people a pass from a bachelor standpoint, and for the fact that most of us were minors, right? I was still 17 because I got a late birthday in September. I was still 17 when I went to college. I wasn't even, legally quote unquote an adult. Yes, I wasn't 18 yet. I understand that foundationally, student loans is just wacky. Everything's screwy. It's terrible. However, what's not going to happen, highly unlikely, is that the student loans are forgiven by the federal government. You would have to vote so many people into office to get this passed. I mean, it's just that simple. For those of you whose student loans is less than your gross, you should be doing everything you can to pay off that student loan debt. Whether it's taking an extra job. For those, if you don't have kids, I know people who are married without kids have the most student loan debt. That's an article that I did on that. But we can't continue just to not address the issue and solve the problem. Student loans, for most people that I've seen, is in that 50 or so K range. And it's even, for me, it was less than that, but that's just when I aggressively paid off. I know for a fact I had more than 50K in student loans, but I was just paying on it, and then I was like, oh, I need to pay this off. I got $35,000. Let me pay this off real quick. 32, something crazy. And I feel for people when just from a budget standpoint, there is no room. However, at some point in time, you have to make the decision to take control of your life. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. And when you're asking other people, right, you want the federal government, which is by definition, you want politicians. So you're asking everybody in America to help you. Half these people are not on your side. And that's just generally when you look at the numbers. Half the people are on the left, half the people are on the right. Okay, and the people on the right don't want this. And you usually need 66%, to get this passed. You got to, get some of those people on the right to see your side. The federal government in mass, the mass forgiveness that the Biden administration is talking about, that 10K or 20K per Pell Grant, that's not going to get, Supreme Court already said it's not legal. That's not happening. You'll see these small ones here and there. But again, like I said, the interest probably is interest is crazy on these student loans, and people continue taking out the student loan debt, and college tuition continue to go up. My guess is the interest on the student loans, plus people continue to take out student loan debt, that is more than what the government is forgiving when you see 130 billion, or when you see hundreds of millions. If it's not in the billions, it's not doing a dent at all. A few hundred million is cool. I would say, let me see if I can find it what the average student loan interest rate is. It's going to tell me for 2023. It's going to give me a recent one. This is including federal and private loans at 6.8%. So we're talking about, let's just call it 5%, right, on 1.5 trillion. Okay, that's 75. All right, so what is that? That's 750 million. Yeah, 750 million. 750 million in interest on top of what people are taking out. Y'all need to sit down and pay off these student loans. They're not going anywhere. And for my generation, since we're the first ones with, being on social media and complaining about this stuff, even Gen X, baby boomers, they got student loans as well, and or Parent Plus loans. But what it's going to look like for millennials who choose not to pay off, because it is your choice, who are, regardless of why you have to choose to do this, you might not have the money, whatever it is, you choose not to work more, however you want to phrase it. But in short, if you're not going to pay off your student loans, you're a millennial, so you're late 20s, early 30s, I believe now. Yeah, you're in your late 20s, 28, 29. In 10 years, you're going to wish you had them student loans paid off. The one thing I try to tell people, yes, you're still young in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s is still young, but the age that people die is 80. So 40 is like the halfway point. And your life is going to get more and more complicated. Kids, right? Then your parents are going to get, their health is going to decline. Then your health is declining, not as much as your parents, but your kids are getting older. You're going to spend more money on your kids. Then at some point in time, I know people might not think about this, but your kids are probably going to have kids, right? Then you're going to have grandkids. Like, it's going to be so much stuff that is compounding as far as your life that is outside of your control, just because people that are close to you that you know and love, their life is continuing to expound as well. It's like when you're late 20s, early 30s, everybody's having kids and getting married and buying houses. Like, you're just doing all this stuff. Everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. And eventually you're going to be in that point where you're in the sandwich generation. And then you're going to transition from the sandwich generation to being where your parents are. And this debt, from a student loan perspective, needs to be gone. At least you can sell your car. Right? You can sell your car. At least if credit cards go in collection, they can't come and take stuff. They can you might end up garnishing your wages, so they can't take stuff. But it's unsecured debt. People who choose not to address their student loan situation and seek help and doing these income-driven based repayment plans or trying to get in some type of forgiveness, that is not the help that y'all need. Y'all need to sit down with someone who can help you lock in on your budget and see what you need to do as far as increasing your income. And then for those of you who have children or single parents out there, even more so, you need to sit down with someone so they can help you see the relationships you have. And when I say hope, in theory, there should be someone out there who you trust who should be able to watch your children for free, right? I mean, I see all these people that y'all post on the internet that y'all be traveling and spending all this money on, going on vacation on, that you could be spending on your student loans or paying them down some. And none of them people that you trust to watch your kid, but you trust to get intoxicated with. If you need support, you need to figure out how to ask for that support. But then again, when somebody's watching your kid, you need to put in that work to actually go to work. And then you need to actually put in the work as far as a budgeting and finance management standpoint to put the extra money you're making towards your student loan debt. And that's the part that people aren't willing to do. They're not going to hold themselves accountable. And then people are going to look at you like, dang, I'm watching your kid. I'm trying to help you out. And then you're not paying off your debt. Like, what's going on? Like, I'll watch your kid every now and then, but if you're telling me you're trying to do this, I need you to hold up your end of the bargain. I would say bargain, but your end of the deal, should I say, agreement, however you want to look at it. Arrangement. Let's say arrangement. All right. That's it, y'all. Locked and loaded. End of the episode. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm. Please leave those rating reviews on the podcast platforms as well. My information, as well as my co-host Jordan information, can be found in the description. I'm sideline_Corey for your financial help. Jordan is Stop Stalling J for your fitness help. And then his business page is finallyfit.live. That's where you can go to sign up for the Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time virtual training sessions with Jordan. All right. Again, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. Again, continue to run up the numbers. We appreciate y'all. I will always do my best to say that. And I'm going to get working on that, taking out of context stuff. We can get to the social media information. All right. That's it, y'all. Remember to save more and say less. Keep making better your best. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.